And Riek Machar's arrival in Pagak comes just as his deputy Alfred Ladu Gore arrived in Juba. The former general and minister landed in the capital alongside several members of the opposition movement. Together, they form the senior advance team, paving the way for Machar's return. But even as the country prepares for what is considered a key milestone in the implementation of last year's peace deal, the parties to the conflict continue to accuse each other of violations. Riek Machar's group has accused the government of militarizing the capital, Juba, contrary to its commitment to relocate forces outside the capital. South Sudan's army, however, denies the accusation. CCTV's Patrick Oyet reports.
As the armed opposition army continue arriving in the capital, Juba, ahead of its leader Riek Machar's return, the opposition faction is accusing the government of militarizing the capital. The United States recently condemned an attack on opposition army base in Wau, terming it a violation of the permanent ceasefire. The government army, however, refuted those claims.
We have demilitarized Juba. Our forces are outside Juba, and the forces that we have are the ones that are supposed to be in Juba.
The opposition team in Juba reiterates their commitment to implementing the peace deal. Riek Machar's deputy has now returned to South Sudan's capital, Juba. Upon his arrival, Ladu said the rebel chief will be following soon, despite their concern about the security arrangement of the capital, Juba.
We have resolved to be together and to continue with our effort to rebuild this country.
South Sudan capital Juba has, however, remained calm despite the presence of opposition army. The residents are hopeful Riek Machar's return will help the country move forward to stability. The arrival of Riek Machar's deputy in Juba has generated a lot of excitement among South Sudanese who now hope the war, which began in 2013, displacing more than 2 million people, could come to an end. Patrick Oyet, CCTV, Juba, South Sudan.
Let's get more details now on this development from William Ezekiel. He is the Undersecretary for Information for Riek Machar's SPLA in opposition. He is joining us on the line from South Sudan's capital, Juba. Ezekiel, why did Riek Machar return to Pagak as opposed to Juba, where his advance team has already been received? Are there still concerns for his security?
Yeah, well, Riek Machar first Vice President designate, is tentatively scheduled to arrive in Juba on 18 April 2016. This is certain. We are now working jointly with the government side to receive him. Yes, we do have concern on his security, despite presence of our 1,370 troops, as provided for in the ceasefire and security arrangements. The concern we still have regarding his arrival are one, lifting of the state of emergency, two, remilitarization of Juba City and other major towns in South Sudan. Number three, the reason proposal by the government for Dr. Riek Machar not to take oath of office on the day of his arrival. We reject this. We in the SPLM-IO demand that he must be sworn in right away upon his arrival, so that he himself and President Salva Kiir, together with former detainees and other political parties, form the transitional government of national unity in accordance with the provisions of the peace agreement on the resolution of conflict in South Sudan to arrest the deteriorating situation in South Sudan.
Now, the SPLA in opposition is already accusing the government of violating the peace deal. Is there a chance that the implementation process could stall again and we end up with a situation where Riek Machar does not return to Juba as planned?
No. Dr. Riek Machar is coming to Juba on 18, as I have just mentioned to you, to take part in formation of the agreement of transition in the government of transition unity, national unity. We are actually committed to the implementation of the provisions of the agreement, to the letter. The government, on its side, is trying to take us to where we are not supposed to be. Yes, we have been documenting presence of widespread violations of the agreement, especially in Bahr el Ghazal and Equatorial regions. These violations, we believe, constitute a stumbling block to the smooth implementation. But despite all these threats, we assure our people, the region, and the international community that this process is irreversible. Should any eventuality occur, then we will have the same. But we are committed to implement this agreement.
William Ezekiel joining us on the line from Juba. Many thanks.